Research Methods in Personality Psychology, Part 3, Observer Data. Professor Michael Botwin, Department of Psychology, California State University, Fresno. A very useful tool in the personality psychologist toolbox is observer data. And observer data basically is any data provided about a target person from somebody, anybody else. That has some inherent limitations we'll talk to as we go through, but it's a way of getting at things that people sometimes are not willing to disclose or aren't willing to accurately disclose. So observers can be many different people. They can be peers, they can be romantic partners, teachers, interviewers, clinicians, just about anybody. If you can fill out a questionnaire about somebody else that you know, you can be an observer. So, observers are basically individuals that provide information about another person. They give us access to information not obtainable through different sources of data. If I want to know the personality of a supervisor, what better way to do it than ask the employees to rate the personality characteristics of their supervisor. We've done that in our work. Got some very interesting results. We also have bosses' ratings of employees. That's another kind of observer. But the most frequent kind of data that we've used in our laboratory is romantic partners, since that's the gist of a large part of our research program. And a romantic partner can give you insights that the target person can't or won't. In addition, frequently researchers use multiple observers, and you can triangulate on all those different perspectives on the person. We've collected data where we've had self-report ratings, observer report ratings, romantic partners providing data, same-sex friends providing data. And you can get a rich and robust data set and actually combine or aggregate the ratings of the multiple observers to get a better index of what the person's really like. It wipes out some of the idiosyncratic ratings that each individual may give us. Where do we get our observers? Who should be an observer? Well, in some cases you might want professional personality assessors, and there are people that do that. Or you may want to get somebody who actually knows the target person and may have known them for a significant chunk of their lives. And oftentimes these non-trained observers who just know the person from being around them are in a better position to report on the natural behaviors that that person does across many situations. And it might even be better than getting professional observers. Using observers that see the person in different situations allow us to look at the potential multiple social personalities of a person. Kind of like Jung's persona. But we always have the caveat that observer data may be in its own way biased. We found this happens oftentimes in research. For example, one of the worst sources of data for rating young adults are their parents. We found that parents just have these halo effects about their children, their adult children, and ratings usually don't work out that terribly well. Romantic partners' data can be biased by the length of the relationship, the type of the relationship. So there are potential biases. No source of data in personality psychology is indeed perfect. And the best personality research usually attempts to use multiple types and sources of data to most accurately assess the individuals that are being studied. So, observer data. Great way of looking at people, and you don't even have to bother the individuals you're actually interested in. Our next form of data is probably going to be the most long-winded one. It's going to be test data, and we're going to talk about how we can use that to find out about an individual's personality. See you next time on Personality Psych. Bye now. This has been a We Have Couches video production, copyright 2020, Professor Michael Botwin, all rights reserved. Bye now.